Okay, today we will be making a string demo, not really a program, but just a string demo. First thing, remove default text. I do not like it. And you will need to import the string language, and as well as a scanner. Oh, nope, there. And then you have to import the language, which is lang.string. And that's that sort of setup. You also set up your scanner. Input equals new scanner in brackets system.in. So new scanner brackets system.in. If I could spell things right, I would. And that's it. Most setups are that. And variables. Because you put the string language in, you can start making strings. So we want input string, find string for certain commands we will be doing, and replacement string, and replaced string. Hopefully I spelled all those right. Replaced. There. We also need two integers. Starting index and ending index. And that will be all the variables you need for the entire thing. The first thing we will be doing is getting the person to enter a string. So we will prompt them. Enter your string. Give them a colon and a space afterwards, so it looks nice when you're typing it in. And then you can change your input string to the input. And next line is the code when you want to grab a integer, or no, not an integer. Normally it's next int here, but with strings it's next line. That's important to know. So now we can start doing things with this string. And all of this code, so we'll start making a text box, or not text box, but you know. All this code is going to be done in this, because you could technically, and you probably should, make a second int string called output string and do all like the calculation stuff in it and put output string in here. So what I'm going to do, so the first thing we're getting is the length of the string. And then what I'm doing the input string dot length. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. Okay, bad at typing, but this is the code. length gets the, well, it gets the length, just straight up the length. So here, if I run it, enter my string, enter hello. Length of your string is 5. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's one of the easier strings. That's why I'm starting it with it. And it's pretty useful for other things involving strings. Not too useful on its own, but better when conjoined with other things. The next thing we'll be doing is ToUpper and ToLower. Or they're called ToUpperCase and ToLowerCase. So here, another text box. And we will do your string in all caps is, and then give them a thing, and then we'll give them plus, and then we'll do input, your input string dot to uppercase, and you'll need the brackets. Oh shoot, you'll need the brackets. Here, I'll just retype that. There, and this will change every letter into an uppercase. So we'll give it some caps, and we'll just kind of do whatever. So the E and L are the only ones that aren't capital. So see, here, the length of your string is 5. And that's, we already discussed that. And then in all caps is hello in all caps. It doesn't matter whether they're already caps or if they're not already caps. It will make them all caps. And then, yeah, for ToLower, it's the exact same code. I'm literally just going to copy and paste it. And then you could do all lowercase is, and then instead of ToUpper, you could do ToLower. And it does exactly as you expected. So there, the O and H are the only capitals. Oh, I forgot to make this nice and pretty. Adding LNs. And see here, that's all caps. And then the non-all caps, well, does exactly as expected. The next thing we'll be doing, we're going to be using the code ReplaceAll. ReplaceAll is pretty useful. Again, we'll be starting with another system, another text box or whatever, another output. And then we're using the ReplaceAll to replace all of the spaces with nothing. So your string without spaces is and then input string dot replace all. What did I do? Yeah, and then you want to, so how it works, you'll have two things. This is what you're replacing, and this is what we're replacing it with. So we're going to make the space, and we're going to replace it with nothing. Here, I'll space it out a little bit. It's easier to read. Here. So now if we have like, hello, how is your day? Hello, how is your day? Hello, how is your day? And then this one it took every space and it deleted it. Or it actually replaced it with nothing, which is the same thing. Which we'll also be doing a thing where we actually, that's what replacement and replace string are for. We'll be doing that later though, when you're more comfortable with strings. The next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding an index of a string. So this one's going to be using the variable findString. So we want a prompt. Enter. The English here is kind of weird. Enter. You can enter multiple letters. Enter letters that you want the index of. Basically, it will find the index of the letter, basically, and it will read it left to right. So, say I wanted to find, it's a good one, the H. So the index of this H is 0, because it starts at 0. And it wouldn't give you the index of this H, because it would read this one first and give you that index. So that's important to know. So actually doing it, first off we want to get the string to be, or the letter to be. So we're going to do findString equals input.nextLine. So there, findString is now what it should be, basically. And now, oh, I guess I don't want this line. So system.out, println, the index of, and here we're going to throw in what the player inputted, or user inputted. The index of, like 4, or the index of f is, and then we'll be using the command input string, and throughout this we're never changing the input string because it's just reading like it's reading 1 plus 1. It's like reading just a number, right? Or an equation. It's similar. So index of is what we're using. Index of. And do we want find string in here? So here, so you run through this code, just string, let's do hello, enter the letter you want the index of. Let's find the index of L. The index of L is 2. So 0, 1, 2. It's just finding the index of the first L. There's also another thing you need to understand about it. If you have hello, right? And if you get an index of something that's not in it, like a Z, it will return -1, which is important to know. You could also set up a special thing to say with an if statement, saying if this equals -1, then it will say something different, like, oh, that is not in the string, which we could do, but that's all you'll need to get by for now. Sorry if I was cut off. We will be finding, it's the opposite of index of. Rather than finding the index of a letter, you find the letter within an index. So this is where we're going to be using our starting index and our ending index. So we'll be doing enter starting and ending index. Or then you can making another one. You could do a /n for /new line, and then write this next part. So we'll be getting the starting index. So here, enter your starting index. And now we open a input. And know that the starting index is a integer. So you'll be using next int. And now we will get the ending index. Ending index. There. And then we will go make ending index, the text. What did I do wrong here? Did that wrong. There. Okay, so those are the two values we'll need. And what we're going to do, we're going to use the substring command and find the substring that starts at the starting index and ends at the ending index. So again, we'll be doing this in the text box, so we don't have to deal with changing variables. We'll be, oh wait, never mind. We'll be typing the answer. The letters in between are, so we'll be doing our input string because we still have not changed that, using the substring command. And here, within the substring, or the substring command, we're starting at the starting index. And we'll be ending at the ending index. Get a nice long string. Enters the letters that you don't want the index of, whatever, just H. And enter starting and ending index. Enter your starting index. Let's start at 3 and go to 6. We should put a thing here, and we should also make this one a print ln, just to make it look prettier. So this will be on a new line, and there'll be a colon there. So it'll be 3 and 6. It'll be RE. So here, let's count it out. 3 will be index 3. So 1 or 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. What did I do wrong? No. Oh, that's what I did wrong. That's not right. It's my bad. It's supposed to be showing you something about the way how the indexes work, because an index is within, it's just like a letter, you know? Like this H is index 0. So I'm pretty sure that this code, it takes the unit after it. I do believe. But maybe I'm wrong. Starting index, let's go 3 to 6 again. LO, and notice that there's a space here. So that's this. That's 0, 1, 2, 3. So it includes 3 and goes up to this 3, 4, 5, 6, and starts at 3. And so it works a little bit weird. It takes everything before the number. So by adding or minusing 1, you can change exactly how it works, but we'll just leave it as is. Okay, so these are all of the string commands that you'll need for sure. I'll be showing you a few extras because they're similar to these ones, and you'll probably need them for every once in a while. You might need them. Similar to these ones, but you'll need them. We're going to be doing a substring. But how substring works, if you don't have a second, where's substring at? Oh yeah, we just did it. Here. Sorry. If you don't have this one, it'll just take it to the end of the string. I'll give you an example. So here, I'll open up a text box. And then here, I'm going to be separating this from the other commands, the /n. So here, enter an index to get everything after it. Similar to, or it is IndexOf, or it is starting index, sorry, but you just won't use that second value, and you'll take it to the end of the string. So here could be, we just need to change starting index for this. So we'll be rechanging starting index, which we did change it here, and we're using it again here. And we'll be doing input next int. There. Now we'll be doing another text box, of course. The letters after the index. The index, and then we'll be telling them the index, which is starting index. Is, and you'll need spaces. Make sure you know that if you didn't have this space here, it'd appear right after, and it'd be very hard to read. Same with this space here, and also same with this space here, because we'll be doing our substring. So we'll be doing input string dot substring. And then we're just doing the starting index. What did I do wrong here? Oh, that is what I did wrong. Here, there's after index, the index, starting string is starting index. So run the code again. enter your string. There, of course. Let's find t is 6. Starting index, just go 3 and 6 or something. And then here, index to get everything after it. So if we go something like 2, or not 22, just 2, gives me low there. I can also make this look a little prettier. There. So that's another way that substring works. So here we're going to be doing a ReplaceFirst, exact same as ReplaceAll, but I think it's a little bit less useful. It does have uses. So enter the letters, or you could enter one letter. Enter the letters that you want deleted. Because it's replace. Here. And then replace string, which is the first time we're using this. Or, yeah, it's the first time we're using this. And make it the input.next line. And then we'll be getting the other value that we'll need. The replacement. So system print enter the letter, again letters, you want to replace them with. And then replacement string. And I did have troubles with it skipping this line of code for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. It seemed to fix it by just taking this code and just duplicating it and putting it in front of itself like this. But I'll just leave this like that for now. Just comment it out. So now for the answer. Or the new string. The new string is, and then it's the input string. Sorry, I was cut off again. We're doing the replacing of the string. Yeah, here. So the new string is input string dot replace first. You could technically do replace all, but I'll show you this command. It works very similar. And then the replacement string, which, yeah, that's literally the same code as up above, where we took away the spaces. So this is the string that's getting replaced, and this is the replacement for it. Despite the replacement being nothing, in this case the replacement is something. It can be anything. So here, I'll show you how it works. Enter your string. I want something, whatever. Hello there. Always hello there, apparently. The strings you want an index of, whatever, just E. Index to get everything after it. Just give me something, whatever. Doesn't matter. See, this is this is the problem here, other than typos. Enter the letters you want deleted, and then it just completely skips this input.next line. I have no clue why, but it does. So here, just uncomment that out. It usually works. Yeah, just I think what happens, it just literally tacks it on to the start of the string. If there's nothing as the first bit, which is something to think about. It could work for something. Enter string, hello there, of course, except it's spelt wrong this time. Wrong thing, whatever, doesn't matter. Everything after it. See, it works now. Enter the letters you want deleted. So, let's get rid of the L's. And let's replace them with bonjour. So here, instead of the L's, it's just bonjour. So it's kind of a bad example, but like you could do my day is good and replace good with bad, or vice versa. So that's what it does. You could do replace all, and if there's like multiple instances of like two L's, then it would replace all of them with bonjour. So here, we're going to move on to the last index of. It's similar to index of, but is slightly different. Be starting with another one of these. Of course we are. Enter a letter. Letters. Enter letters, yes. That you want to find the index of. And then what I wrote here is read right to left. Just pretty wordy, long sentence. Probably not grammatically correct. Enter a letters. Probably isn't right. But it's time for coding, not English. Input.next line. So here we using find string. I don't know if we've used it before. Yeah, we have. We've used it in the last index of right here. So we're doing the exact same code from up there, except we are doing the index of, and then we'll do find string. And then is. And then it's literally the same. All of it's the same up until this point. Input string, sorry. Dot index, or we're doing last index of, and then find string. See, it already filled it in for me. And that is the entire program, or program, quote unquote. It doesn't really just executes every string command known to man. That rhymed. But here, this is a showcase of all of them. Hello there. Of course we're doing hello there. Length of hello there is 11. In all caps, it's hello there. In all lowercase, it's hello there. Without spaces, it's hello there also. But there's no space, of course. To the letters, we want the index of. Let's go O. Index of O is 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter starting and ending index. Doesn't matter. 2 and 7. And we get Loti. And enter an index to get everything after it. Let's go 9. Enter the letters you want to be deleted. So this will be the replace. So let's do TH this time. And then let's replace them with, I don't know, cheese, I guess. What else? Hello, cheesier. And enter the letters you want to find the index of. And read right to left. So if we enter E, instead of us giving it this E, it'll give us this E, hopefully. It's 10. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And notice that length and index are different, because this is the final index, but the length is 11. So when you're using length and index, or using lengths and things that rely on indexes, note that the length is different. So to make them the same, you could subtract 1 from length or add 1 to index. Usually you'd subtract 1 from length, because length's one of the only things that use the real counting rules, starting at 1 rather than starting at 0. That's all my program, or our program now, if you did follow along through it all. Here's all the code if you want to look over it. If you did anything wrong, this weird little bit, I have no clue why this happens, but it does. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Bye.